Creating your very own glass cups or wine glasses or even containers in Nomad Sculpt is really easy. Today I'm going to show you how to do that using one of my favorite tools, along with how to give your creations this glossy glass look. This is actually one of my favorite tools to mess around with when I'm playing with Nomad Sculpt. I love the way it looks. I love the shiny reflective glass effect that it has. And I love making different kinds of glasses. For instance, if you're trying to make a glass tumbler mock-up, this is perfect for that. Or if you want to make a little wine glass or cocktail glass or anything that your heart desires, this is one of my favorite Nomad Sculpt tools, and I'm going to show you what I did to achieve something that looks like this. And it's actually way easier than it seems. Today I'll show you how. First off, we're going to start a new project, and by default we have a sphere. However, we're not using this sphere today, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. You can do so by navigating to the upper left hand toolbar, and you want to click this icon that has 3 squares on it. This is where you'll find all of your layers and add new shapes, along with delete any shapes you don't need. We're going to go ahead and delete that sphere that we have, that quad sphere. You can do that by selecting the layer and then hitting delete at the top up here, or you can hit this button right here with 3 dots and delete it from there. Then you want to hit add, and you see under primitive, this is all of the shapes that you can add depending on the kind of design or model that you're making. What I always say is look at your sketch or your artwork, see what kind of shapes you see in your artwork, and then match it up using any of these here. I usually do that all the time, and I find it's really helpful just to play around with the shapes and just get used to Nomad Sculpt before you try to get into any detailed work if you're an absolute beginner with no 3D modeling or sculpting experience whatsoever. Go ahead and select the lathe or lathe tool. This is how you can make different vases, or you can make wine glasses. It's really fun to use, and you'll see in a minute once we upload this shape onto our canvas. Click that and it looks like a plain cylinder. However, the fun part about this is you can make adjustments to the width of any side you want, and you can add new points if you want several curves or several sharp edges. Firstly, the blue ones will allow you to move your cylinder left, right, up, down, put it at an angle, but I want mine straight, so I'm not going to do that. And over here on the right side, the white circles actually allow you to adjust the radius of your cylinder. And you can add new points by just selecting a random point on the line and a dot should show up. Now you can make that part wide, you can make another one smaller, like that, and add as many dots as you want. If you want it to have a hole, there's an option up here that allows you to add a hole. You just select that and it adds a hole for you. You'll see that once you click it, it has one circle showing and there's one dot right here. This means that you can only adjust one side of your model, so you can make that hole bigger or smaller like that. But if you wanted to have a closed bottom, like a solid bottom and an open top, if you're trying to make any jars or pencil holders, anything that needs an opening with a solid bottom, select that again and then you'll have 2 holes. So then you have an opening at the top and then a closed one at the bottom. Or if you need 2 different sized holes, you can do that. I'm just going to reset it and start from the beginning again. I just wanted to show you how you can use this feature to make your own set of designs. Another tip I have is if you don't want it to have rounded edges and you want a sharper edge, just tap on any of the white dots that you want to have a sharp edge once and it'll sharpen it for you. I'll show you right now. I'll tap that one and it immediately made that edge sharp. I'll tap on this one, that makes it sharp. Tap at the top, makes that sharp. If you want to remove a point, it's really easy. All you have to do is get your pencil, grab a point that you want to get rid of, make sure you're holding it, and drag it to whatever point you want to merge it with. You see these X's that show up? That means that it'll get rid of the point once you merge it together. And you'll know you have it in the right spot if they both turn red. And it'll get rid of the point for you. Now that we've got all the basics down, let's go ahead and make our cute glass. I'll go ahead and add, hit lathe. There we go. The first thing I want to do is create that wide opening. So I'll add a point to somewhere near the top and then I'll bring it out a bit. You see how it creates that curved line. Then I'll go ahead and add another one beneath that. So right now I have 3 at the top and then 1 at the bottom. and I'll bring this one inwards. And I can also bring the bottom one inwards as well. Kind of like this. Like that. I'll also add a hole at the top. Like this. But you see how this part is a bit too wide right here? You can go ahead and add another point and make that skinny. Like that. And you already have a cup. That's easy. We only have about 5 points down and it looks really good. If you'd like to make the walls over here smaller, use that blue circle to adjust the radius of your walls if you want it to be thinner. There you go. And just mess around with it until you get the shape that you like. I made this really weird cup shape. I don't really know what it is, but I thought it was cute, so I'm going to leave it at that. And what you want to do is you want to validate it, of course, because again, we have to validate all of our shapes if we want to use it. If you don't validate it, you won't be able to use any of the tools on the right-hand side. So if you're adding a shape and you're like, why can't I paint it? Or why can't I move it? Or why can't I make any adjustments? It's probably because you haven't validated it. So for every shape that you imported and add into your project, make sure you hit that green check mark. After this, what I like to do to make it clear and shiny is you have to adjust the visual settings for your actual model. And you can do that by going up here to the materials. And right now we have it at opaque, so it kind of looks like clay. However, if you want it to be transparent and glossy and glass-like, hit refraction and it makes it clear. Mine looks a little dull right now. You can paint it glossy here and just mess around with the reflectance and the index of refraction along with the glossiness of the interior of your design and the surface. If you want it to be rougher, you can increase that. If you want it to be more glossy, lower that down and it'll be shinier like that. I'll show you how it looks once you paint it glossy. It makes it look much better. See that? And you can bring that up if you want. This looks more like a glass cup. Just like with all your other models in Nomad Sculpt, you can paint this as well. Navigate to your paint tool right here. Choose your color and it'll actually give you a preview of how your paint will look. And mess around with the colors. This one looks really cute. I like how it looks kind of like iridescent. If you put the metalness up. And to make this a keychain, you have to add a Taurus ring. You do that by hitting insert right here. On the left hand side, you'll see Taurus. Click that, decide where you want your keychain ring insert to be. It'll automatically snap to the surface like this. Just adjust it with your gizmo until you're happy with the placement. And voila, you are done. I put mine over here. It kind of looks like a handle, which I thought is adorable, but that is how you can mess around with the lathe tool on Nomad Sculpt to make your very own wine glasses, glassware, bowls, whatever it is you want to make, and how to give it that glossy, transparent effect. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm always uploading new beginner-friendly tutorials and advanced tutorials as well. If you're looking for my full courses, I do have those available and I'll have everything linked down below. But until then, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!